Mona here. Hey, I'm Mona Corwin, and I'm gonna switch you over. How are you? Purple Signs. Welcome. There you go. You just went sideways. I am learning how to do landscaping, but it hasn't happened yet. Thank you for being so patient as I'm learning how to do all this and all the new equipment and stuff that I'm trying to. Hey, you made it live. I'm so excited. Good for you. Hi, Dawn. I want to talk to you about a really cool thing today about when women fall and the women that come and pick them up. Last week we talked about women that fall and those that kick them and how hard it is when people hurt you. And so that's what we talked about last week. But this week I want to encourage you with when moms fall and those that come and help them up. And we can rise strong if we are in it together. So, hey, okay, now I need for y'all, it's just coming across with your names. Can you just type in your name and let me know your name? Hi, say hi and then give me your name because that's so little down there. But while you're doing that, hey Kim, yeah, it is you. And give me some hearts and then I'll know that you're there. And while everybody's jumping on, I'm just going to explain who we are. Hey Amber, Daphne, my old friend. Oh, hello Daph. Yeah, oh, this is great. Lachey. Oh, what a beautiful name. I'm so glad you're here. And let me know where you're from, you know. I'm Mona Corwin, and I am an author, speaker, and now I'm a Periscoper. I also blog over at The Balanced Mom Life, where we help you find your calling, live your balance, and live your story. As women, we knew, hey, Carly, oh, well, you're going to do this someday, I'll bet. So, yeah, thanks for sharing that, Kim. You can share this with your friends by by sliding the screen left to right and invite whoever you want to come on in. We're going to be talking about women that fall and those that help them up. And I think if you have good friends, you are going to want to invite them. And when you swipe left to right, you can share it on Facebook or Twitter and invite your friends to come on. And if you haven't followed me yet, you can also follow me on Twitter and follow me on Periscope, and then you won't miss a beat when we start talking about these subjects, which I will be doing some pop scopes. I did a 6 o'clock a.m. pop scope for, thanks for sharing that, Amber, on Facebook. I did a pop scope at 6 o'clock a.m. a while back for all the nursing mommies, and it was so fun. I just loved it. And then I may just pop in to teach you how to make homemade mayonnaise, which is really what I want to do. I may do that on Thursday. It's like the best trick ever. And I'll never go back to store-bought mayonnaise. But anyways, we can do that another time. I'm so glad you're here, and good morning with smiles. Yeah, give me some hearts. That's really great. It makes it feel like we're here together. This is going to be interactive, so I would love it if you would ask questions. I know that lots of you are used to hearing me lecture, and so you're just sitting quietly trying to listen, but you're at my kitchen table. So at my kitchen table, you get to ask me anything you want because this is a conversation. And remember, you can talk to each other on when you're signing in at the bottom and you want to say something. This is a community, and we want it to be a community. If you want to hear my lectures, you can go over to Balanced Mom Life and see that. Or if you want to read my books, you can also read my books. But let's get started with what we have to talk about today. I have had a rough week. And so I almost didn't scope today, but I thought, nope, that's not what this is about. This is a community, and this is authentic and real. And I've come to you with gross hair in the 6 o'clock in the morning. You've had a rough week too. It really has. Sometimes I want to blame the enemy, but then sometimes I just want to understand that it's my view of how things should be. And instead of setting goals, that I have desires that can't be met because I'm not in control of what other people do. I learned something a long time ago in one of the Boundaries book that said, you are only responsible for things that you can control. So if you're in a situation where other people are doing things that are wrong and you don't have control over that, it may sadden you, but it should never feel like it's your responsibility to fix it, because everybody gets to make their own choices. Have y'all encountered that? Give me a thumbs up if you did. Do you know how to get a thumbs up? Give me a thumbs up. Daphne, I know you can give me a thumbs up on this. So as we're going through, I want to talk to you. So I'm going to focus on moms today. Yes, for sure. Sometimes I have these, my mom used to call them runaway feelings, and I never understood what she meant. She would say she wanted to get on a bus and go somewhere, which, oh, I guess, yeah, thumbs up, thumbs up. She would want to get on a bus and go somewhere, which I guess back then was the only way she was going to get out of town. Bless her heart, thank goodness she never did. But I have been known to get in my car and put the top down, because I have a convertible. Yes, I do. And just drive and just think I'm going to run away from this. But it never really totally helps. But sometimes it helps my family, because they don't have to listen to me until I get back, which calms me down. So it's good. But I want you to know that everybody has those times. And as moms, I'd like to tell you that it's going to get better and you're not going to feel that way. But from someone who's been doing this for 34 years, sweetie, it's going to feel like that. Oh, a lot. You're going to think you can't get it. You're going to think you're not any good at it. You're going to think, oh my gosh, I'm the worst mom ever. I'm the worst wife ever. I can't get anything right. And the truth is, that's not true. You may be struggling and you may be vulnerable, but you are not alone, and you don't have to get everything right. I think that it's real interesting that perfection is one of the things that most women struggle with. And if we stay home, we feel like, oh, we better get this right and we better be perfect about it because we're home and we chose and we're not making any money. And so at least we better be really, really good at what we're doing. How many of you feel that way? Thumbs up. Hearts. Yeah, totally. Yes. I'm seeing what you're saying. And it's good to want to be good at what you do, but it's not okay to think you have to be perfect at what you do, because you're dealing with human beings. If we needed to be perfect and it was numbers, dang, we could do that all day long, because 2 + 2 is always 2, right? But I mean, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old does not always add up to a beautiful moment every single day, right? That's so true. So I want you to know that you're probably going to feel challenged and you're going to fall. And I want you to know that it's probably not the best thing for a mentor to say, you're going to fall, girl. But the truth is, you really are going to fall. And the good news is that God gave us his Holy Spirit to comfort us, and he gave us his word to inspire us and to calm us. Isn't that true? But I have to tell you, he knew how he made us. And as women, we're relational. And that is part of what we do. We're nurturing and we're relational. And we bring people together and we connect with people through emotions and words. And so he didn't leave us alone with that. He's given us a community of other women that understand it. Hey, Meredith, I'm so glad you're here. Like I said, I'm Mona Corwin if you're just joining. You can swipe left or right and invite your friends, because this is a really good scope about women that fall and those that lift them up. So invite your friends, and if maybe they can watch the replay even. I want to welcome the replay viewers too. Sorry, I always forget to invite you. You can give me hearts on replays, which is really cool. I didn't know that. So yes, please talk to one another in the scope. It's not rude. It's actually really nice. Remember, we're at my kitchen table, and this is real and authentic. And I'm talking about the hard week that I had and how we can get through it if we're going to do it together. Like I said, God created us for community, and we can have it. As women, I want to talk to you about what that looks like. Hey, there's this really good quote. Have you heard Brene Brown's quote on the critic, the man in the arena? Has anybody heard that? Thumbs up, thumbs up. You haven't? Okay, great. I'm going to read it to you. This is really good, and it points out that some the point that she's going to make is that people may not understand. So your community that you go to when you're going to talk about the fact that you're home and you're alone or you feel lonely, there's a certain group of people maybe that you shouldn't approach with that because they're not going to understand what you're doing. So let me read this. It's a Teddy Roosevelt quote, and it's really, really awesome. It's one of my favorites. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man is stumbling or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit actually belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do those deeds, who knows great enthusiasm, the great devotion, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows, who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and at worst, if he fails, at least he fails daring greatly. Little mama, being a mom and a good wife and following, going against the countercultural move of mothering and womanhood, it's daring greatly. Y'all are daring greatly. You're brave. You're brave to put your families first and to put down your selfish desires and be there for your children. You're brave to bear children and imprint them with the actual love of God and the imprint of God on their lives. You're brave to be selfless. You're selfless as you mother. But you are not alone. You are not alone. There are other women, and the community of other women that do what you do is what you need to hold on to. Amen. Dawn, you're right. Yesterday, a friend called me. Oh, actually, it was this morning. She called me and she said, I was up late at night and I was worried about this. And after I talked to her, she said, I wish I had been able to talk to you earlier because I knew where she was at. I knew where she was going and I knew where she was hurting. And I didn't judge her and condemn her. I had compassion for her because we're mothers. We know how to do that. We are women of great, we've been given the gift to nurture and love and encourage. It's part of the way God made us. We should offer it to other women and not kick them when they're down, but actually help them rise and put our arms under their arms and literally help them rise. Well, it wasn't too long after that I was feeling just about the same way. And I called a friend, text a friend, and I thought, she's going to understand how I feel. I wasn't really looking for anybody to give me an answer because I kind of already know the answer. But I needed somebody that was in the arena, who was marred and bloody at times, just like me. And you're going to feel marred and bloody sometimes. Don't hesitate to reach out to a safe friend, a mom that gets it. You always have a place here at my table. It's virtual, and I know I'm a virtual mentor, but you always have a place here. And there's always help in helping one another. So my scope isn't very long today because my throat is, I'm fixing to cry. Because I know how valuable it is to have friends that lift you up. And I know how bad it hurts when they kick you when you're down. And just like we talk about it last, love in your home and in your heart. Thank you. You don't have to be my neighbor because we're here on Periscope. Actually, y'all are seeing more of me than some of the girls that I actually disciple. But that's what it's all about. It's about, I think this Periscoping thing is going to be valuable for women to connect and help one another. We're going to have Q&As where you can ask me questions and we can talk together. But in the end, little mamas, I want you to feel brave when you're brokenhearted, to feel not alone when you feel like nobody's going to get it, and to never feel like you have to be perfect, because you're not. You're not. Only Jesus is. And we can shore one another up and we can get substance from one another because we're in the arena together. And so I just want you to know that you're in the arena with me today. And I'm so grateful for my sweet friends that helped me today and that I was able to love on today. But when you're brokenhearted, don't be afraid to be brave and find your community. So I guess that's it. You can see more of what I do over at thebalancedmomlife.com if somebody wants to type that in the bottom so that everyone can see it. And we have more blogs, and sometimes I'll put the Periscopes over there. But anyways, you can definitely find the Periscopes on Facebook. So follow my author page on Facebook, because we're getting ready to shut down the personal page. I guess Facebook, I don't know how that works. But anyways, I'm glad you like the scope. Bless your hearts, and we will see you next time on Thursday. Maybe I'll do that mayonnaise thing. Bye.